Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest 2021 NFL mock draft video. Today, I'm going to break down the Pittsburgh Steelers and what I think they're going to do with the 24th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, if you're new here and you like football, welcome home. This is the place for you. This is the only thing I do 365 days out of the year. I talk football, nothing else. You're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified every time I release a new video. Now, if you're regular here, you know the drill. Give me the thumbs up and drop a comment below with your opinion. These videos are designed to be conversation starters. That's it. I offer my opinion, but I want to hear from you and what you think. Now, I got that out of the way. Let's talk about the Steelers. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking one of four players. Now, they could actually make a trade in the draft, and it wouldn't surprise me if they did. But there are no trades in this mock draft, so I'm just going on what the Steelers will do at pick number 24. And I do have it narrowed down to four players. One of the players is not Micah Parsons. And I'm not a Steelers fan, but I have a lot of respect for the Steelers organization. The Pittsburgh Steelers organization is one of the finest in all sports, period. And they've always had a reputation for not taking players with Parsons off-field issues. Now, I'm not going to go in a lot of detail regarding what he did, but I feel very comfortable with saying that the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to draft Micah Parsons any round. I can't vouch for all teams, but I feel very confident in that the Pittsburgh Steelers are considering Micah Parsons completely undraftable. Now, one player that is constantly mocked to the Pittsburgh Steelers is Naji Harris. He's player number 4. If there's a mock draft and Naji Harris is available, more than likely people have that mock to Pittsburgh. I do not. Now, is it likely Pittsburgh does draft a running back? Yes, it is. Just not in round 1. Look at Steelers history. They've only drafted one running back in the first round since 1990. Now, if you go through Steelers history, they drafted a lot of running backs in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. But starting in 1990, they came onto the trend really fast that you no longer want to use a first-round pick on a running back. Would Naji Harris be a good fit here? Absolutely. And I think at 24, it's good value. But when you look at the history of the Steelers and how they've drafted in the first round, I think it's a little unlikely that they go with a running back here. Player number 3 is Greg Newsome, and this is a guy I'm very high on. And this is the type of corner that Pittsburgh kind of looks for. He's big, he's physical, he's fast, he's smart. I also am really high on Greg Newsome. Now, the Steelers have drafted a corner before early in the first round. They drafted Artie Burns in 2016, but that was a complete bust. Before that draft pick, you have to go all the way back to 1997 was the last time they drafted a corner in round 1. Now, they have had success in drafting safeties in the first round. You got Troy Polamalu in 2003, but as far as corners are concerned, the Steelers have had a lot of success in free agency. So even though Newsome's a guy who's a plug-and-play type of player here, I think the Steelers will pass. Player 2 is Kwity Paye, and this is a hard pass to make for the Pittsburgh Steelers because this is a guy who's a perfect replacement for Bud Dupree. Plus, there's no reason he should be available this late in the draft. I could actually see it if Pittsburgh's interested in Paye that they will actually trade up to get him because there's no way he should be available this late in the draft. But the way my mock draft works out, he is available. Now, one of the reasons I do have the Steelers passing on him is because last year they drafted Alex Highsmith out of Charlotte, and he's a guy that I really liked, and I think the plan was to, in case Bud Dupree, they have to let him go, to have Highsmith take over for him, and I think that's going to be the plan here. So using a pick like Kwity Paye, even though it's a great pick, I'm going to go ahead and go in a different direction. Now, before I reveal the pick, I do want to point out that both, or actually Naji Harris, Greg Newsome, and Kwity Paye are all excellent fits, and all three of these players could be the draft pick here. However, I'm going in another direction. With the 24th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Jalen Mayfield, tackle out of Michigan. One constant about the Steelers organization has always been a really good offensive line play, and that's something that really didn't happen last year. Now you have an offseason where Marquise Pouncey retires, and Villanueva, the starting left tackle, is no longer part of the team. Now, as free agency progresses, he hasn't been signed, so there is a possibility he comes back. And if he is, then I'm going to go with one of the three players I mentioned earlier. But Mayfield is a very large human being who's ironically coached by John Harbaugh's brother Jim at Michigan. So your arch rival Ravens brothers, who's the head coach at Michigan, was the coach of who's probably going to be your starting left tackle here if Mayfield is drafted by the Steelers. Now, the one thing I like about Mayfield, this is a powerful human being. Now, he is raw, but he does lots of tools to work with. So I really like this pick, but I do want to note that if the Steelers do target left tackle in the draft, I think there's a good chance that the Steelers trade up. They don't wait till 24 and get their guy. Now, the way this mock draft works out, Jalen Mayfield drops all the way to 24. That's really good value, and this is a guy who I think would be your starting left tackle opening day. So it ends up being a really good pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, did you like this pick? Did you hate this pick? Would you have gone in a different direction? Did you boo me? It's okay if you did boo me. Drop a comment below, because ultimately I make this video. I offer my opinion, but I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think. You already heard what I thought. So look, tomorrow I'm going to break down the Jacksonville Jaguars and what they're going to do with the 25th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. So hey, I will see you tomorrow.